Welcome to another episode of SSTJ. Today we're talking about hobbies and Japanese people. One of the many things I've learned, traveling to Japan and trying to make friends with Japanese people is that a lot of Japanese people like to be in like activities, like groups. So if you're in like soccer, or basketball, or tennis, or something like that, it's more easier to make friends. You can't just make friends just by walking to some random person on the street and trying to talk to them. It just doesn't work out. A lot of Japanese people are just shy, and I had to realize that in the hard way. Some not saying all Japanese people are like that. It's just that it was more easier for Japanese. The mindset of Japanese people is like, if my friend suggests you're a good person, then we become friends too. And I liked that concept, but at the same time it's kind of restricting. For me, when I was in Japan, people who are into like language, like Japanese people who are into like language and learning English, I was able to make friends with them a lot more easier than like people I'd meet at like my workplace, or people I'd meet in like the city, or say I go to like the arcade and I'm trying to talk to someone. It's like, it's so uncomfortable for them, for like some stranger to like start conversation with them. It's like some kind of defense mechanism they have or something. But in like Canada, you can talk to someone on the street, and if it's in the beginning a little bit awkward, but once you start talking a little bit more, the time frame of you talking to that person, they come a little bit more comfortable, and a lot more. It's more easier for us because we're more open. I think Western society is a lot more open than Chinese society. Chinese people is more selective of who they choose. This thinking mentality is not like a bad thing, because if someone's doing the same thing that you're doing, I think it's better to have like a comrade rather than a friend within that subject that you're trying to get into. So if you're a person who you like Japanese, the language itself, and you're into like tennis, you can add those up together and really build like a really strong friendship, or like I said before, a comrade with that person, and get better in your skills in like tennis, at the same time learning Japanese still. And also having the same hobby, it breaks the ice a little more better than usual. So if you just say, well, I like to read comic books, and the next person's like, oh, I like to read comic books too, then you can build a conversation really quickly, just from like the likes and dislikes they have with comic books. And small talk is just cut out. Not a lot of people are good at small talk. Not a lot of people are good at expressing this random stuff just to get a conversation going. If you have a subject already that's in mind, it's a lot more easier. So long story short, find yourself a hobby and combine that with the Japanese learning, and you'll find some people who are into the same thing that you're into, and you can just avoid small talking. So if you're watching this video, if you like the video, like the video. Not so much stuff is inside this video. It's just more just like talking to people and get to know people more better in the same hobbies. So not much was going on in this video. If you want to ask me some questions, hit me up on Twitter. And yeah, that's about it. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。